From Google, the definition of vendetta.
A blood feud in which the family of a murdered person seeks vengeance on the murderer or the murderer's family.
Welcome to the Barbershop Duet.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays,
we are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, y'all, come on in. Thank you for finding our little barbershop. If you happen to be here during one of the live premieres on YouTube, why, come on in the live chat. Meet the Whiff Pack, a cool group of friends hanging out from all over the world. They would love to meet you too.
They would. And for our mention today, we wanted to talk about the peach and cognac EDP we got from Ariana and Evans. Here are the scent notes. Bergamot, lemon, two wonderful but uniquely different peach notes, orange blossom, cognac, tobacco absolute, mimosa, leather, vanilla, dried fruits, oak moss, sandalwood, and Himalayan cedar. The dry down on this EDP is quite an experience. We have the soap and the splash, but I don't think that prepared us for the layers of things that are going on happening here.
About every 15 seconds for the first 10 minutes after I put this on, there were brand new waves of spice, brand new waves of peach washing over me. And then once it was dry, the cognac started coming out. And it's a lovely flanker to your own personality. It doesn't take you over, which sometimes the boozy stuff and peachy stuff really can. This does not. I even get subtle hints of that tobacco under the surface. Just the tobacco leaf, beautiful, golden, and cured. What a home run this is. And y'all, supplied in the new custom bottles from A&E. Custom EDPs, you say? That's right. Do you have a particular favorite that Peter Chikalis or Talia has perfumed? Think it might be a little bit more you with a tiny bit of peach, a tiny bit of tobacco, this, that, or the other? Y'all, they will craft your signature scent just for you and send it to you in a bottle with your name on it and the autograph of the perfumer himself. And y'all, look at my face. Where this luxury is usually deep into the three figures range, this one isn't at shavingshopclub.com. Go check it out. It is a bargain at twice the price. And what is our soap today?
We have Vanille Vendetta, and from the little looks of things, it is not just vanilla, my friends.
I am so excited to see what Peter Chikalis did with one of my favorite notes of all time and giving it a dangerous side at that. Let's meet it. All right, y'all, from the sales page at aegrooming.com.
A very sexy, long-lasting spicy vanilla. The coriander and juniper berries really sets this apart from anything you have tried prior to Vanille Vendetta. This will be presented in our eco-friendly glass jars with 4 ounces of soap.
And y'all, let's have a grown-up conversation. I've got some vanillin over there. It is generally what perfumers use to add a sense of vanilla. You know why? Because Vanilla Absolute, the real stuff, clocks in at about $500 for 30 milliliters. But y'all, there is no smell quite like it. And I have it on good authority that that's where they start with Vanille Vendetta. So I am so excited to open up this little dangerous package. This might be the same jar that the Legacy soap comes in.
Let's see.
It's
not the eco-friendly one. Right. Let's see. Ooh, it's double wrapped, y'all.
Y'all, no one goes to more trouble to make sure your stuff is going to get to you safely than AE Grooming does. Oh, there it is. Look at the label. There's the glass jar.
Yay.
4 ounces of goodness hiding in there. Oh, and there's a splash.
We got a splash here. Hold on. Hey.
Oh, and there it is.
It's extra padded as well.
Some of the best and definitely the heaviest splashes
Don't drop
in
it on
the
the
wet
dog.
shaving world. Y'all, the luxury on these
it
AE
has that
products
green.
is through the roof. Here are your perfect friends, ready for a little bit of a mysterious vanilla first impression.
All right, you've been waiting for this one. It is time for you to go first, my
giving
friend.
myself away by how longingly I am gazing at the label. I am so excited for this. There was just something about vanilla soaps that, for me, light my fire because it's such a light scent to start with. The way perfumers can bring it to the surface is just delightful. All right, let's see what's
everyone
going
gets
on
a different side of it. So knowing Peter from what we've gotten from other things, I cannot wait to see where this takes us.
All right, let's take a look at the pour. Oh, beautiful, lovely, a little bit oxidized there, telling you there might be some vanilla in this, but who knows? All right, here we go.
along with.
Oh, well done. Well done, my friend. Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Vanilla's not a crazy strong scent, not the natural kind, right? You do have birthday frostings and things that can make it crawl up your nose, but that's not real. Real vanilla from the bean, even in the vanilla extract that you get at the store that's kind of expensive, that's in kind of the bourbon stuff.
Right.
Y'all, it does not have an incredibly pokey nature. It's a more gentle scent. It's spicy. It's wide. It doesn't go tall. Here's what I love about this. They did not force the vanilla to be any stronger than it is naturally, but they surrounded it with exactly the right kind of friends to let it be the loudest singer in that group while sitting on a fabulous bed of spices and unexpected little dark nooks and crannies that are going to help bring out new qualities in one of your favorite scents. I love this one. It's not going in the Udiction direction. I kind of thought those would be the honeyed type spices I would find in this. No. This is its own thing in the AE lineup, y'all. And I'm so glad to be meeting it. Hold up.
I think it was juniper berries. There was something different in there that I wasn't expecting. So see what you get.
You know, I get a little bit of those white florals from Cathedral, from Barbary Classico, long before I get the juniper.
Okay.
Which for me is awesome. I am not the biggest fan of gin. I am not the biggest fan of juniper berries poking out. Those are for very personal reasons. This does not rely on the juniper to give it any kind of personality in the scent. It's just using a hint of that juniper to be a cool breeze for that vanilla to be sitting on. It doesn't encroach on any of the other scent notes going on in here. It's probably the least recognizable, but the most utilitarian in how this is being built. Ooh, hold on. And that floral base is so subtle. So subtle, you gotta look for it with two hands and a flashlight. But that is how you're going to segue into the creaminess of the vanilla, because vanilla can be boozy, vanilla can be dry. It's super creamy here. And it's those beautiful florals and the juniper that are opening the door so you can sense how creamy the creamy is. Oh. And what's crazy is all of the other scent notes are combining like chainmail, just like link, everyone connected to everyone else except the vanilla. There's a giant void in the middle of this where all of the scent notes are staying out of its way and vanilla is sitting alone in the middle of it, not being affected by any of the other scent notes that are all affecting each other. That's the Vendetta. But it's perfect because you're not going to buy this unless you're a vanilla fan. Says so on the label. When you go see an Aretha Franklin concert, you don't want to see her surrounded by 90 backup singers so you can barely hear her. She's Aretha Franklin. You want to hear Natural Woman the way it was intended to be sung. And that's what this does for the vanilla. It gives it the space. It gives it the room to be its full breadth of very natural vanilla. And the others are just there for when your nose is ready for something to be added to it, not for it to be changed into something else. Now, what's being added to it? Hold on, because it's beautifully unisex. And well, so is vanilla.
I was just going to ask that, actually. So, okay, keep going on that.
A masculine sweet, but done with a few little feminine corners. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a jasmine hiding under the surface of this. And isn't this interesting? The floral sweet is so arrested that the vanilla sweet is slightly stronger. Right. And it's not a vanilla flower. It's definitely the vanilla binding with some florals that it is not usually friends with, but it should have been. I'm loving how this is coming up against something almost carnation-y in my funeral director memory. Beautiful, spicy floral.
Okay.
Wow. And while this does exist, beautiful, creamy, floral, strong vanilla, there's a fire in this. There's a tiny sort of callback to something that was happening in Fahrenheit, in the highs, in the ways that it's just washing over you with a tiny bit of danger. Well, this is just pretty much instantly claimed a spot between Lavender Noir and Tobacco Road for me. And if you know me, that is a place of honor.
Okay.
I am so glad we got this when we did. I am going to need this for fall and winter.
That's what I was going to ask. So like on a light to darker scale, like if it's between those two, is it more like the darkness, lightness, sweeter side?
Well, it's almost like looking at somebody who is ultra pure, ultra good, ultra angelic, like Mr. Rogers jaywalking. Right? It's not like a mean set doing mean things, right? This isn't the Joker. This isn't Chaos from Holy Call. Okay. This is a misdemeanor.
I'm even more intrigued now.
I know. It's amazing.
So my guess is we're probably ordering the EDP shortly. Is what's going to happen.
I already did when I told you I had to go to the bathroom. I'm just excited to see your face when you smell this. This is going to be up your alley, but in a different way than it's up mine. And will be up yours.
Huh?
Giggity.
All right, Elaine, let's see what we got here.
Take it in. You getting the Vendetta first, the vanilla first?
I don't know.
It's a
fun experience. It was. Okay. But I think what my nose caught first was the spices. I didn't necessarily get the vanilla until after I got through the spices.
Right.
So to me, the spices were super intriguing. Like almost like when you see in a movie or something when they see gold and it starts sparkling like between the darkness. Like there's something in the spices here that are like sparkling and they're like, keep following that and you'll get to the vanilla.
The beginning of Paint Your Wagon.
There you go.
Pull him up.
Got a dream boy.
That's a bad movie.
I'm getting like the powdery vanilla side, not powdered sugar, but it's tamed down. Yeah, it's tamed down.
Right.
But there's something at the beginning that my brain, it's not hinoki, but it's not, you said addiction, it's not those either, but there's something that's sneaking a sweet in that's not the vanilla.
Right.
It doesn't make you want to drool. It's not gourmandy, but it is gently, naturally sweet enough to then guide your nose into the correct perspective to hit the spices.
Right.
And then keep going, and you get more to the depths of the vanilla side.
It's sort of resinous, the way it's grinding with the spices while not going too dark.
And I almost want to say like the spices and the vanilla are creating like a vanilla bark. Or something like it's almost woodsy.
Right.
Like I almost feel like it's like vanilla oak, if that could be a thing. Like there's something in there that makes me feel like it came out of the ground in this formula somehow. Like the vanilla is just a different way than you normally would see it.
Yes. It's not the root beer vanilla. It's not the cream soda vanilla. It's more of a spice than it is a sweet.
Yes.
And can you kind of see how the sweetness of the vanilla is where Peter stopped it being sweet so the vanilla could sit on its own?
Yes, it bounces back and forth.
It's bougie.
It is. It's bougie. And I see why they put like, it's sexy. Like there's something about it that it makes you feel like you're going to have a fun evening coming ahead. It's not, it doesn't go raunchy or anything in that department, but it kind of trickles into that like finer dining. You know, if you were to sit down to a 3-course meal, like they have put time into each little piece that went into your experience. And that's what's happening with each whiff here.
Now, if you want raunchy, Peter has you covered. Check out our episode of Boo, last year's Halloween scent.
Yeah.
That's our only PG-13 rated episode, and for good reason. That sales page, whoo!
Giggity.
I'm not sure if this is possible, but it kind of feels like the glass jar is adding like a mineral vibe and some kind of a coolness. Yeah. Like, because if I touch the glass, it's cold. Like, I feel like I'm in like a cold cave that we just discovered this new version of vanilla in the mineral version or something.
Glass itself has a lovely sort of mineralized, cool, rocky scent to it. Even water has a scent to it, y'all.
My brain almost gets the juniper as like a deep plum kind of side. Like it's the only thing in here that's almost pulling off a fruit. And it's probably more the juniper berry side of it, but it's not Asian plum or anything like that, but it's almost used to add to that, like kind of where you'd put like in a drink and alcohol, that kind of fine something that adds the natural sweets. It's doing that part.
I'm glad you said that. This is not Asian plum by any stretch of the imagination, but somehow you can tell it's the same chef that made this.
Yeah, but the juniper berry is used in a fun way that's creating almost like how plum was flipped upside down when we first smelled Asian plum.
And I adore that because this is what juniper berry's for. I don't like juniper berry with vanilla. That was the one thing where I was like, how's that going to go? Y'all, however it is in here is undetectable in what my nose thinks is juniper berry. It's just there to support the vanilla with a little bit of coolness because I think the vanilla is naturally warm. But are you ready to build a little bit of an ultimate lather here? And look at these scent notes. Constant viewers to our Instagram account will know that every year Santa Claus himself pays a visit here to the barbershop and talks to the boys and girls of some of the wet shaving families about what they might want for Christmas. And last year, Spot Prince Little Girl designed this for Santa Claus. And every once in a while, he sends it down here to the barbershop so we can show it on the show. Thank you so much. It is so pretty, and Santa uses this all the time. And this is my badge or not on my Ariana and Evans vintage shaving brush homage. I love this thing when I really want to feel like I'm shaving like my great-grandfather. This is the style of handle they had back then. And would you do the honors for me? This is our bougie stick from Amazon.com, so we don't contaminate our soap. She's just going to pull up about an almond size, maybe a little bigger since we got the show going here. And we're going to push that into the ridges of the bowl. Now, y'all, we're just going to make a thin film of that soap on the bottom of the bowl. The first goal is not to start making bubbles. The first goal here in our barbershop is to get all of this soap loaded onto the bristles of the brush, and then the lather will be made from there. I wish I had this in a drink. Are you kidding me? This is 10 times better than anything I put over ice in the summer.
The spice and woods, and there's like a fresh, clean side coming out now, too.
Even a bit of a cola note. Are you getting that?
There is, I'm glad the juniper berries are in there because that's like the one little feminine touch I didn't know it needed until you smell it all together. It's just a little sparkle in the corner.
And y'all, I'm getting actually more of a natural cola note from this than I got from Cola Bliss from Holy Caw. Not to be mean to Holy Caw, because that one smells like snickerdoodles. But wait, those bristles are dry, you say, and that's a badger brush. I know you can address your questions to Craig at Opus Brush. He told us to do it this way because the water's going to get them a little wet, but mostly the first thing they're going to sop up is that soap itself. So I'm going to go one way. I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to push down until I feel the backbone kind of doing its job. And then I'm going to turn the brush about 25% in the hand. Give those bristles a new orientation to come with the soap. So you'll notice I'm not starting this lather with big bubbles at all. I'm just transferring that thin layer of soap onto my brush. And then you'll know you're about ready to go. And look at this. Just about all the soap is gone from where you put it in those ridges. I'm going to sop up the water. The bowl is now empty, and you're ready to take this to the face, to the legs, or wherever you want to see that magic happen. Oh, I spelled on the note.
Just later.
It almost starts like pasty at first, and then you can add water as you go, and what we are eliminating are those giant bubbles that then you have trouble getting them to go away. Even if you shake out a dry brush 70 times, it's amazing how much water is still kind of hiding inside of it, especially if it's natural fiber.
Yeah.
Oh, I think this needs a little more still. Look at this. This is
Oh,
beautiful.
that Ultima base. It does get a padded feel, though, real quick.
A few moments later.
I mean, I know we never talk about leather
Yeah.
here at the Barbershop Duet, but are you kidding me with this? There's like 8 pounds in there.
That Ultima base, y'all.
All right, y'all, and this is something you will only find here in the Barbershop Duet. This is the Hatfields or McCoy with on 3, 1, 2. Oh, that's nice. Oh. Y'all, there is something beautiful about each of these, and for different reasons. This one
Yeah.
spreads out a little bit more. A little bit of those spices are a little bit more subdued into the vanilla. That's more of the concentrate.
Yeah, this is a little cleaner. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's obviously in a soap form, but it does seem like you're trying to dapper yourself up a little bit, where
Right.
here is a little more of that kind of hidden cave
Yeah,
that
this
it's all
is a
hiding
little
in.
soapier. That's a little spicier.
Yeah.
But that's apropos.
Yeah.
Shave soap. All right, and back to the sales page at AE Grooming or ShavingShopClub.com. We start with...
Wow, the first thing is
know.
juniper berries.
I know, the least detectable in here, but I think doing the most interesting job.
It is the top of the whiff for me. Like, that does stay with me through to spices, which I would pay money to know which spices those are.
100%.
And then coriander is with it too. So another spice that's kind of coming through.
Love that.
And if you keep following that through your whiff, then you hit musk, amber, woods. Not very descriptive, so
This
pick one.
could be a 20-minute conversation. I mean, the woods, mahogany.
Yeah,
perhaps.
deeper, darker.
I think something more interesting than cedar. I think like in a pulpinox or something is hiding.
I even guessed hinoki. I don't think it's in here, but it's
Yeah,
something like that that has a gentler, sweeter, kind of secretive side.
And the spices, not far from like kind of a sarsaparilla almost hiding on the surface of this with some other things in that lane without going to the honeyed place that Udiction did.
But it could be like a ginger or something. It's almost like
Right.
an amber hued spice, maybe. I don't think it's
Yes.
quite cinnamon or anything like that.
Nutmeg.
But there's, something... Yeah, it doesn't go quite that dark, but there are secret spices happening in here.
I almost get it. Kind of those Coca-Cola spices under the surface of
Yeah.
this. Are you sensing that?
But yeah, it doesn't quite go as sweet. So there's something
Right.
that's missing. But
Oh, just the spices alone,
But
but
just
that's
those
beautiful.
spices are there. And then that kind of adds into the musks. Like there's something in there that cleans up the
Right.
spices too.
And there is actually no like amber, yellow, amber
Yeah.
essential oil or anything like that. It's kind of a golden idea of a scent. It's not really based on anything absolute, and it's certainly not an absolute. But the way it's brightening this up and keeping it a morning or a midday scent for
Yeah.
me is beautiful, because those spices should be dragging this to the middle of the night, but it doesn't go there.
And it's interesting because between the spices and the woods and some of the things that you can recognize, my brain would be like, okay, is that going to be more of a classic aftershave? Like, what parts of it do I know?
Right.
But no, this is done totally inside out and backwards. To even reading these, they're not what you're expecting.
And the sandalwood is being the creamy part of this in the best of ways. I don't even recognize it as sandalwood unless I look for it.
Yeah.
Unless I'm like calling for it with two hands and a flashlight. But that is absolutely what's giving it that creamy sense of wood under the surface.
Yeah, it's just keeping it from getting too dark.
If you're ever afraid that your lather may not completely come to life, give it another 3 or 4 minutes. Sometimes when we think we have not even added enough soap to the bowl, like today, all it needs is time to come out.
And you get to enjoy the scent therapy throughout the whole process.
The best part of it for me.
Yeah, because when your shave's over, it's often done. Right. Hence why we need the EDP.
And when we do watch our Shave Arcade, we love watching how Angelo coats and covers his face with that lather. And we're going to do the same thing here. While we don't do shaving on the Barbershop Duet, we thought you might really need to see how this lather coats and covers a face.
Now I'm sad we're going to waste all this lather, man.
I haven't
You're
shaved
going to have to
yet
go
today.
shave.
I don't know how to do that. Just the balance, too. It's so easy to get lost in. You don't have to find any particular scent note because this is its own personality. And I don't even think we have to really have a meeting about this, but this has got masterpiece written all over it. Do you concur? Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the 16th member of the Barbershop Duet 2025 Masterpiece Collection, Vanille Vendetta by Ariana and Evans.
Yep.
Absolutely deserving and absolutely a masterpiece. We're going to need to publish a video at the end of the year. Not of like a top 10 list or anything.
Right, but of our
just to
masterpieces.
recap our masterpiece
ya.
collection. That's how we're going to do it.
There's like a friendly quality about this. I still want to give this person a hug. You know, like it doesn't have... I know Vendetta has like a different thing with it, but I still want to go
I
towards the
want
leg.
to do a lot more to this person than just give them a hug. So
Yep.
why don't we go a little deeper?
It's funny because people use the term like, oh, that's so vanilla. Like that it's just kind of plain.
Right.
But it's so interesting that you could take a plain scent and it's not at all.
Constant viewers will know that they seal these bottles from A&E so well with a little strip of electrical tape that my beloved here has a little bit of trouble getting it off.
A few moments later.
Oh, oh, oh.
Yeah, there we go. That might be a record. That means you get to take it in first.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
Here
Pull
we
up the
go.
sleeves
Get a
here.
little Vendetta going on.
I don't know if you can see, but this has a fun green quality to it in this bottle.
Right, the Tobacco Road one is brown.
Right.
Okay, Lahan.
Okay. In we go.
Oh,
She woke up.
holy crap.
She woke up.
This is going on in its full character. I love this. Not deeper, not spicier, wider in those spices you already knew. The colors are just more vibrant. I'm getting more of the woods. I'm getting more of that beautiful sarsaparilla / cola citrusy kind of note under the surface of the vanilla, while letting the vanilla be the only star. Let me be clear about that.
I'm getting like a picture of a fog or something,
Right.
but it's scented in vanilla. Like if somebody had dry ice under the piano and it was exploding, like I just get a bit, like you can see the vanilla that you're whipping,
Right.
like the sweet sides that are there. And it still didn't get very dark. I don't know how to explain that part. Like the wood spices, they're still there, but I would call this more of like a mid kind of a
Right.
scent. I wouldn't say it's very too light or too dark. Like
Absolutely.
it's still chilling in the mids.
And y'all, that's the perfect word. Chillin'. If I want to have an adventurous day, I will put on Udiction. If I want to have a masculine day, Tobacco Road might be my pony. But y'all, when I need to be calm, when I've got a day off and I just need to relax a little bit, especially with all the wedding plans coming and all this craziness, this is the kind of thing that's just going to remind me all day not to take anything too seriously and that everything will be okay in the end. And isn't that the best goal that a scent could possibly have? I'm loving this, Peter. What a great idea. For me, it's like Vanilla rounded up a posse
There you go.
and
They got
took
your back.
8 of its best friends out to go kick ass and take names.
Yep. We got it covered.
That's what this is. While still letting the vanilla lead the way. I mean, it's definitely in charge. That's the Billy the
Yeah.
Kid. But man, what an entourage he's got going on with him.
It's kind of funny that I picked Mr. Incredible because I feel like
I
that's
know.
kind of like he had his normal
Oh.
desk job. He was undercover. And then, you know, he kind of got a little turned up.
This is
Superhero.
absolutely what Mr. Incredible would sound
Yep.
like. And y'all, since we actually did already dive into the webpage and look into buying this EDP, we noticed there is some brand new sales copy about this scent from the EDP page at aegrooming.com.
This is not your grandmother's vanilla. Forget what you think you know about vanilla. This scent starts sharp and fresh. Clementine and juniper berries cut through with a flash of spice. Then comes the slow burn.
I knew there was fire. Vanilla Absolute and Tonka Bean take center stage, but not in a soft, sugary way. They're rich, creamy, and just a little bit dangerous, wrapped in smooth woods, warm musk, and a whisper of amber. The dry down is deep, skin close, and addictive. It's warm, it's bold, and it does not play it safe. This is a unisex scent. Oh, I'm glad he said that, because this is right down the middle for me. This doesn't skew either way. How do you sense?
No, I'm completely with you. Like the parts on me that I'm getting more is like the spices with the juniper side, oddly, and the vanilla is just like the kind of part where it bounces then I think a little more towards you.
And we do have a few extra notes down here.
Snap.
We are starting with clementine, juniper berries, iris.
You said florals.
Those little like Diesel-y sort of notes in there. Spices, vanilla, absolutely. Tonka, pink pepper, musk, amber, and sandalwood.
Oh, wait, we missed one. What's that? Elemi.
That might be a little bit related to the Hinoki that you
I
finding
did kind of get a sweeter wood
very good. Her nose is better than mine. Everybody knows this.
Wow, I'm glad we read this one second. We're probably proud of ourselves. We did pretty good.
Can't wait to get this.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to wrap this up real quick so you could do that. Just say.
So it's pretty simple, y'all. Just be vanilla. Wandering through the desert, looking for the man that shot his paw. Well, you're going to wind up meeting a few friends along the way. Some woods, some spices. Beautiful girl. What was her name? Elemi. Something like that. But just about the time that posse has been fully assembled and you kick open those saloon doors, that vendetta will be satisfied and you will get your own. So head over to aegrooming.com or shavingshopclub.com to find this and a bunch of other stuff I want. Well, I have had my shave with Vanille Vendetta, and why am I so excited? I think after getting to know it a little bit more, this might be my favorite scent of the entire year. What a home run, and what a perfect Marcus scent. A beautiful, natural, strong vanilla character in the middle, surrounded by deconstructed cola notes, by deconstructed root beerish notes, by some of the best friends you could possibly imagine, who are giving it enough space to maintain its vanilla identity. I am adoring this, and I am watching the tracking of our EDP get closer and closer and closer. Welcome to Messages.
So for our August giveaway, we wanted to give you a chance to get $25 to Ariana and Evan.
Guess which soap you could buy, and all you have to do to be eligible for this giveaway is send us an email here to WeSentYou at thebarbershopduet.com so that we can get back to you. It's the only way we communicate about our giveaways, and then check back here on our first September episode to see if it's you that are our lucky winner.
Best of luck.
Better than I thought it would be. And I thought it was going to be here, but it's off camera. It's way up here.
It's funny because it's like taming the lion. Like, I just expected this to be like crazy vendetta. But the way it's tamed and all the simple things that have created to make this not simple at all,
right,
like how they're interacting with each other, have created a super fun new adventure, y'all.
Even shades of Brooklyn are running through this a little bit for me. And y'all, if you are fans of Brooklyn like I am, I mean, I wore it on Sunday.
Yep,
so
he did.
There you go. But Brooklyn for me smells like my entourage. If you want to be your own entourage, you know what I mean? This might be your scent.
It just might be. I'm actually glad we waited this long to get it, because now that we dove into some of the perfuming stuff, I feel like we fully understand what's happening here in a very cool way.
I almost feel like we need a masterpiece of masterpieces.
Yeah, we might. Well,
collection.
Maybe we'll do like a collection of over the years. I don't know. Like the top
like
ones.
That. And Peter, Evelyn, and Talia, thank you for devoting your lives to these little things that bring us such happiness, and thank you for sending them out for free to review. We certainly appreciate you believing in our little show. We sure believe in you.
Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.